Hello. I decided today I was going to repurpose a shirt into kind of a mini version. I've currently got a lot of the pieces cut out. So this is one sleeve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ruffle this so it's like this, and then try to add a little bit of this trim to it to scrunch it. Another sleeve, two back pieces. I was thinking of doing like a Velcro up, so I just want it to be easy to take off. And then this is the front piece. So this originally was a tank top that had layers like this in the front. I think there was two on the original like tank top shirt. And so I kind of liked that idea. I mean, it worked for the original, so I think it'll work here as well. For the collar, I'm not sure if I want to build out like a turtleneck. I think that would look maybe too bulky. So I might just fold this in or just add a trim of this to the top. So I have the first cuff attached to the sleeve, and so it should look like this, I think. And so it should look like this when it's all sewn up. I think I want to do a top stitch, and then I have to just seam rip this out. That's from the ruffling right here. Okay, so this is the result of one sleeve. You can see it's gathered with a little bit of ruffle, and I attached the cuff. On here, I ended up finishing the edge here before attaching it, and then I did do the top stitch. Well, I messed up here. When I was sewing down the top stitch, I folded over the seam two different ways by accident. So this is the first one, and then this is the second way, but I actually like it this way better, so I'm gonna seam rip this one and then make it look like this. Okay, now I'm working on the back panels, and somehow I messed up cutting it so it could overlap, and like I used Velcro, and this is like the third time I've cut a second another back piece. So I'm just gonna sew it up here, and then I think use a clasp up here. That way it can open, hopefully. Okay, so I have the sleeves, the back piece, and then the front piece. Actually, I really like how the back piece came out. I think, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna put a clasp here. But this would actually look kind of cool for the front too. But I'm gonna stick with this. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I attached the sleeves, and then I did a top stitch because this is getting kind of thick. I like rim around all the edges. So now to attach a collar. Okay, so here's where we are. I haven't attached the collar yet, but what I did first actually was to sew up the sides. And I realized that I didn't want the back to be, let me just see if I can show you. I didn't want the back to be closed like this. Well, I did like a test try on. I realized that this looked pretty, I don't know. I mean, it still looks good, but I kind of liked it more open this go around. And the original shirt kind of had a loop in the back too. So I just kind of cut that off from what I had left. And so I'm going to sew that as I sew on the collar. Okay, so I sewed on the collar. It really looks different, and I needed to do like 2 layers of top stitch. Came out a little crooked, but like I think overall it's fine. The sleeves are all sewn up. I do like the puffy shape that they hold. And this is the latest head that I printed. I've been 3D sculpting and testing out stuff. I just popped them on here. That's why there's like 2 different colors. But yeah, I don't know. So the last thing to do is the bottom edge. I've been thinking about a couple of different things for it. So this is one option. I could try to do like high-low kind of thing, or I could just leave it as is and just do like a tiny like trim. So here we are. I ended up doing the high-low top. I really like how it came out for that. So now I'm trying to decide on trim. So I could finish the bottom with some, or I could add some to the trim, or I could do both. Okay, after some thinking, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I really like how subtle it is, I guess, and I realized that if I added the trim on the bottom, this would get weighed down and it wouldn't be as dramatic of a change, and also this would get weighed down like that. And then at the top it just looked a little too frilly, and then it kind of stuck out. So like these kind of have the same finish to it, and then this matches the collar. Woo, so bright. Then this matches the collar. So yeah, I think it is done. So here we are. Here's the shirt. Wanted to show it off in some different lighting. I know the lighting was a little crazy before. But we have the sleeves here. They're pretty long, so they can actually cover his hands. So I really like how it's like just a little bit open here, and when he lifts his arms, it still covers a lot. So I'm gonna say this is done, and thanks for watching.